Carrollwood Day School has built a reputation of academic excellence and preparing students for the real world. No one knows that better than the new Director of Entrepreneurship, Brendan Brennan, who joins me now, along with 10th grade student Takshil Ganji. Thank you guys for welcoming me here to campus.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. And I want to know, if Carrollwood Day School is preparing students for a world that doesn't exist yet, how does that look in practice for your teaching, and what does that mean for entrepreneurship?
Well, I think, it's an interesting question that we've been asking for the last 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, but things have really changed. While we used to have architectural plans for what might be built, we're lucky if those even exist anymore, right? There's no roadmap forward. There's no real plan for them. So we can't teach the kids or prepare them for something that we can kind of expect. I think at this point, instead of teaching them to follow a map, we have to really focus on how do we create explorers. With entrepreneurship, especially at Carrollwood, I think what we're trying to do is prepare kids not just for a world that doesn't exist or hasn't been built, but to be the designers and the creators of that world. And that's a completely different mindset. It takes a lot of audacity, risk-taking, acceptance of failure, and I think we're doing a great job here already, and I'm happy to be a part of this.
I want to hear more about your approach to teaching students about entrepreneurship, even if they may never plan to open a business.
Yeah, I think when I talk to families, we don't talk about incubating companies, right? We talk about incubating mindsets because that entrepreneurial thinking is not just important in a boardroom. It's important in an operating room. It's important in a courtroom, right? It's important in the living room. I think what we want to see here is how students can have the audacity to see a problem and then have the bravery to try and fix it. And that's what's going to separate them as leaders.
Takshil, I want to hear from you. How has the program changed the way you think about problems and try to solve problems, as well as your creative thinking process?
Yeah, so to add on to Mr. Brennan, pretty much it's a new mindset. So when people think of entrepreneurship, they think of open-mindedness and innovation, and of course that's crucial parts of being an entrepreneur. But for me, this whole process has been humbling, if I could put it in one way. For example, like last school year, I came into a new idea with I needed perfect on the first try. And with working with the New Entrepreneurship Institute this whole school year, I've been thinking, how can I get it better by the 10th try? Not how I can get it perfect on the first try, but pretty much how to develop it, and without it being so imperfect in a sense, because working with my peers, I've realized that it's not supposed to be perfect. I'm supposed to take a step back and really dive deep into what the problem means to me and to the people I'm trying to impact. I would say humbling is the best way to put it.
Well, I can definitely tell you are well on your way. And Brendan, as the new Director of Entrepreneurship, what's along the way? What do you see as the vision for this program moving forward?
Well, I think Takshil is a perfect example of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to really help them build 3 core muscles, right? The first one is empathy, and that's the ability to understand people and problems deeply. I think resourcefulness, right? How to do a lot with a little. And resilience, which this kid has shown in spades, right? And resilience is the idea that failure is not defeat, right? Failure is data. And if we can take all of those things, I think Carrollwood has a really great opportunity to be, not just a school, but a community hub for problem solving. I like to envision it kind of like a Willy Wonka's chocolate factory where the kids have wings floating around solving these great challenges of their day, right? And I think, we don't want to play school anymore. We want to do the real work. Like, we want the kids to matter now and not wait till they graduate from high school or college or get a job. This kid is a perfect example of what we're capable of doing today, not tomorrow.